Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I am here with my Saturday morning makes, filmed late Saturday afternoon, because I've had a whole week of allergy, sinus, weather changes bringing on a cold. I know I sound kind of but I'm feeling a little better because I took something this morning and it's finally kicking in. But in the midst of all of that, I was still able to craft some little crafty goodness. Alrighty, let's get started. So before I actually get started, I'm going to do the video in two parts. First part is going to be Saturday morning make. The second video will be a tutorial on how to make this double stacked shaker card, like how to set it up with the awesome and amazing penny black zigzag stackers. Most of what I'm going to show you is using this die yet again. Love it, still loving it. So second video will be showing you how to put this together, but I'm going to also show you examples now again with this wonderful set. Alrighty, let's get started. So here is the penny black zigzag die. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you watched any of my previous Saturday morning makes, this die is new in my life, but boy, it has parked in my soul, in my crafty soul. Just love this die. And this is about my third or fourth time showing you guys something made with it. Started off with some Halloween cards. Now, moving on with it again. Earlier this week, I received the cards. In the last Saturday morning makes, I had told you that I did order it. This is the Masterpieces Made Simple. This is why I got it. On the back of the packaging, and when you go on, I bought this, everything here, scrapbook.com. So when I first saw this die, they had these examples here showing, you know, with the pretty card topper and the zigzag. By the time I decided to get this, it was sold out. Well, scrapbook.com restocked it, and I decided to get 3 versions. Masterpieces Made Simple, Icy Winds, Pine Cones in Peace, Home for Christmas. I believe there is a 4th set. I didn't get that one. Just wasn't feeling it. So it comes like this. They're little cards, like card toppers, but super cute card toppers, okay? If you go on scrapbook.com or on Penny Black, you'll see an example of what comes in the 4-pack. So the size of each card is 4.5 inches tall by 3.25 inch wide. So these cards come both portrait and landscape. So in this set, I used 2. Used the one with the birds. As soon as I got it, I wanted to make the one that I saw here. And then I also used this one here with the little treehouse. So let's look at the examples that I made. But first, let me go through the cards, actually. Icy Winds, and it doesn't matter now that I mix it up because I can see on the back here what they are in black and white, okay? This is probably the only one I don't like out of the whole set. But look at that. Isn't that cute? Winter scene. Here's another. They're all winter scenes, but some have a more deeper winter scene, I should say. Here's one with the birds, pine cones, and peace. Here's the pine cones. This one, I guess you could either go landscape or portrait. And then here's another one, landscape. All right. And it's not on super thick paper. I wouldn't say super thick, but I'm going to bring it up real close now. But it is like a kind of linen watercolor paper. You see the texture? Hopefully you can see the texture because I'm like zooming it up here really, really close. Here it is on the back. See the texture? Really, really nice. Now let me show you my examples. And I discovered something new with zigzag. Let's talk about what I discovered new with zigzag first. The first time I reviewed this die, I said to you, you know, on thicker paper, you can really see the zigzag pattern. Only on pattern paper does it really get lost, right? On the thinner the paper, the lighter the impression. The largest die here is a 1/4 inch shorter than an A2 size. So it would be 4 by 5.25, 4 inches wide, 5.25 inch tall, okay? Then last night, while putting all of this together, I discovered something new. I had ran the die with a basil cardstock, but it was just not impressing good, and it was solid, but I still couldn't see the texture. So what I did for my Big Shot machine, This can work on the Sizzix Big Shot, the Vagabond, those two die cut machines for sure. This is the Emboss and Transfer Set. And this is something you can get, I'll put a link below. I'm going to put a link for everything I'm showing. But this is something you can get at like scrapbook.com, Amazon, and I believe you can get this at Hobby Lobby. If it is at Hobby Lobby, Emboss and Transfer Set, get it on sale when it's 40% off. If you have like a Gemini or Spellbinders Platinum 6, they also come with their version to do the embossing. So this is to do the embossing for it. And that's where, once I embossed it, this is what happened. Let's go deeper. So when I run the die through the machine once, that's the impression. When I run this same die with the embossing pad and that transfer plate, notice how I get a much deeper impression, but I'm also getting a raised edge because this is open on the inside right here. This is causing that raised edge. So now, guess what? I have another texture with the die. I was so happy last night. I was like, oh, and I could have been doing this all along. But, you know, hey, sometimes the crafty brain doesn't turn on until you find a happy accident. So that's now another option of this. Either to go flat if you want it to be seamless and smooth with just the stitched edge, or if you want to have just a little bit of that emboss raised, then take out your embossing silicone pad and your, what is this called? Crease pad. It's a set. The die cut machines all come with them. Even if you have a Cuttlebug, it will have its own silicone set. So this was where I decided to bring out that embossing set. Ran this card. So now this is using the one with the bird on the back here. That's the example I was going for. First one I made with this topper. Ran this, wasn't getting a deep impression. I could barely see it. And that's when I took out the embossing pad and was like, oh, yes. So there it is. See the raised edge right there? It gives it a nice little frame. So if you don't want that, then just run it without using the embossing pad and it would be flat like this. If you want that raised edge, the pressure is going to cause it. But I think it's kind of cute too. And it definitely shows all that beautiful zigzag stitch detail. Hence the name Zigzag Stackers. So that's now the bird. Isn't that cute? This is a die set that I've had for a while. Been meaning to use, didn't use. And I'm going to put the name here because I cut up the packaging already. It's Spellbinders. I believe this is like a poinsettia flower. I got it from scrapbook.com too. That's what I used here. Because my waffle flower poinsettia was too big. It was coming in like this big. This is nice and small for this size card. Because this is a, you know, this is on an A2 base. Top folding. 110-pound cardstock. Puffed up with some foam underneath this topper here. Then I stuck the bird panel on top. That now is this set. This now is without using the embossing. Look at that detail on the poinsettia. Isn't that cute? Didn't even have to curl anything. So you could technically, if you wanted to save on postage, don't put any foam. Just layer all three. Layer the bottom of the card base, the zigzag panel, this topper, and this, and it will be really flat to mail without a lot of bulk. Put a little center. That center is a little gem set I picked up from Michael's this week. Yes, I went into Michael's finally. Still no big sale though. But anyway, but I did use that there. I thought it was kind of cute. And this little poinsettia measures, just to give you a feel for it, 1 1/4 inch tall. And this leaf here, this comes out about 1 1/2. I'm tucking it all the way in. There it is there. 1 1/2 by 5/8 of an inch. Taller one, let's say 2 by 3/4 of an inch. Here's a poinsettia. There's a large one. That's that 1 1/4. And then the small one on the top, 1. And you could stack either too small, too large, just rotate them. See how I kind of rotated the big one and then put on the small one and then I kind of stacked it and rotated it. Then it also comes with these beautiful flowers, which I'm going to be using shortly, now that I remember that I had this set. So that's card topper number 1. Let's go now into my second example of the card. Now, I don't mind making cards without a sentiment, and I think this scenery is so pretty. Here, I use some of my Pink Fresh Studio gems. Is this it? I believe it's this one. Or is it this one? I think it's the lighter blue. It just looks different here. Hold on. I think the gem is picking up the surrounding colors. Yeah. So this is some Pink Fresh Studio gems. And this now is doing the panel flat. So let me show you what I mean. This is another one of the card toppers. Love. As a matter of fact, I think these two are in the same set. Yeah. Both of these two toppers are from this one, Home for Christmas. Super duper cute. And here it is flat, completely flat. The only thing raised up is the gems. And I like I said, I like cards sometimes without a sentiment. On the inside, then I could stamp something, you know, or just put a note on the inside. This is on 110 pound also, craft cardstock. Super cute. Look at the difference. This one I did with a green background to pick up the green in here, pop a little red, like match, you know, going with the berries, and then white in the background. This one I chose craft to kind of go bring back some of that birdhouse. And then I found cardstock from my stash that had that perfect wintry blue and kind of ties back in. What do you think? Cute, right? And you see how this little zigzag just adds just a nice texture. Instead of it being just plain layers, it just adds a nice frame. I just love this die. Can't stop loving it. Can't stop loving it. All right, next example, because I made 4 of them. Here comes now the house. So as you can see, I was also playing with different colorways. The house is pine cones in peace. There's the house right there. Super cute. So I did 1 landscape, 2 portrait. There we are standing up again, 110 pound cardstock. This time I took out some little pearl bling from my stash. Couldn't help it. I could have left it without anything on it actually, but I decided to just go ahead and, you know, put a little bling on it. You could put anything you want on this or nothing at all. It's just ready to go. This again is stacked flat. So this one raised up a little bit. These two are flat. So you just take the card panel, put on the frame, put on the topper, good to go. Then you write your sentiment on the inside. So there we are. That's the third example. 3 right there. Last example that I made without putting on a topper yet. This one. This one is from Icy Winds. There it is. Cute. They're all kind of icy anyway, but I think this is so gorgeous. I'm glad I was curious to get this topper. I wasn't going to do it, you know, like at first when I saw it sold out, I was like, well, I missed out. Oh, well. And then when it came back, I had put to be notified, and then it came back in stock, and I was like, you know what? I told you guys I would give it a try because I love this die so much. I'm glad I did because I think this is so cute. What do you guys think? This one now, I decided to go a little further into playing. 1 embellishment here. Then I decided I took out some of this burlap twine and tied it. It's taped underneath in the back to keep it, you know, together. And then put some, this now is the Pink Fresh Studio metallic pearls in gold. That's what's here. And this I decided to, still thinking about a sentiment. So right now, this is just the frame, the topper. The topper is raised with some foam. And I did cut. This is a A2 top folding note card. So that's 4 1/4 wide, 5 1/2 inch tall. That's how it would look if I did it like that. I was thinking this white to pick up back this sort of the birch and everything with the white. That's my idea. And then over here, which I'm pretty sure you guys see, I took out a stamp set that came back in stock as well. Waffle flower stamp and die set. Wonderful Christmas. Stamps, die. Love. I love when it cuts out around the shape. This one I use Happy Holidays right there with some gold embossing powder. Cute. What I like about this set too. See, on the outside I could stamp Happy Holidays, and on the inside, Wish You a Merry Christmas could be on the inside. May your days be merry and bright. I like how it can be either outside as a title and then inside too at the same time. This Happy Holidays measures 2.5-inch wide by, let's say, 1 1/4. Biggest one in this set, roughly, because I have to incorporate the die in it. So let's say 3 1/4. I'm going about 1/4 inch out by, let's say 2. 3 1/4 by 2 for this big one here. But super duper cute. So what do you think? That with that, I'm thinking, because generally when it's scenic like this, I like it without a sentiment, but I did want to show you if I did put a sentiment, that's where I would put it. I could have also put it down here too, but I already have all of this going on. But, you know, play. Fun playing. What do you think? In the midst of me sounding all stuffy, here I am playing with these cards. I love this set so much. And look how it looks different when you change the frame color. Blue, green, white, or craft. It gives a feel. So with each picture, you can, you know, decide, do you want it to be monochromatic or do you want it to be contrasting? Here it's more contrasting. Here it's more monochromatic. Here I think it's so beautiful here that everything else looks subtle. What do you guys think? Love, love, love. All because of Zigzag. And this photo on the back led to this. Love it, guys. So I will definitely link all of the penny black goodness below. I think I do want to get another set of this. And for each pack, scrapbook.com has it on sale, I think $3 and something for 4. It's 4 images in a pack. But if you want to make cards like this, do you have to get this set? No. You could just cut layers. Your A2 layer, 4 1/4, 5 1/2, and then the inside layer, 4 by 5 1/4, and then stack this on the top centered around that frame, or put another frame in here, another 1/4 inch out to have another color. Like with this, they have a contrasting color here, that craft. I didn't do it on this one. I did use some ink around the edge, a little black soot. And you can also see with the embossed details, see how it's raised right there, how it adds that curve? These are all flat. That means that I ran it through once and I was done. Tell me below, what do you guys think about this penny black topper home for Christmas collection with the masterpieces made simple? I think it's just fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. All right, moving on. So after talking about that, oh, the only other thing I have left to show you. The other thing I'm going to show you, I went to Hobby Lobby, as you can see, 40% off. Everything was in stock, and I picked up this oven. Let me tell you guys, this oven is the most cutest thing ever, and it's not complicated at all. Just keep this picture with you. If you separate the set, you know, mount this on a piece of 110-pound cardstock or something just to keep it forever, or you can look at pictures, but it's better in person to have it beside you while you're assembling so you can always see. Hello. Isn't she adorable? At least at my Hobby Lobby, I don't have this shaker pop-up bit, which I think sometimes is too high. So I just cut the base. Look at that. See the tape? That's to hold this back piece in, because when you cut the oven, it does cut that out. So I just closed it up back, 110-pound cardstock in black, and then here I put some red cardstock and then layered it up. It is the most cutest thing. Have I figured what I'm going to do with this yet? No. I'm thinking I might put a piece of ribbon and turn it into like an ornament. If I did turn it into an ornament with ribbon, then I'd put another piece of cardstock over it, just to seal that ribbon in place and cover this up, you know, make it cleaner. Cute, 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 cute. Here I have some foam right here. And this is that scrapbook.com 1/4 inch foam roll. Crafty best friend. And why I like the scrapbook.com one, because the other brands, expensive and the roll isn't as big. I have been using this roll, so it does come bigger, okay? And that's what I laid in here for the height, for the shaker. Look at the shaker bits. So I have some in here, I believe, some AliExpress shaker bits. That paper in the background, that's from the Echo Park gingerbread from last year. Now the gingerbread, that's in the die set. So let's take a look at the die set. Tell me if you think this oven is not the most adorable thing you've ever seen. There's a gingerbread. Isn't that cute? Let's do a measurement on this oven, because I know some of you are like, Suzanne, please measure. 4.5 inch tall by 3¼ inch wide gingerbread men, 1/2 inch by 1/2 and 1/2. Cute. And then it comes with all these pieces, which I don't think I'm going to keep it in this because see how it cuts right here. There is a cut edge. That's why you see that I had to tape it back here. So I'm going to cover it up. I would probably tape it from the inside to then make the outside look smooth. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. So I don't have to show the tape if I'm going to turn it. I think I'm going to turn this one into an ornament. Did it take long to come together? Surprisingly no. And each piece, this would be all this silver, thin silver trim. So it's pretty self-explanatory, you know. It's not a colorize, but boy, it's certainly looking like a colorize with all the layers. I mean, look at that. Total fun to make. Love. You don't have to turn it into a shaker. You could just go flat. You could just put the gingerbread in there, stick everything flat and go with it. Let's put it on a card base. So zigzag comes back again. You could go like this. Here it is on an A2 card. This could also be on a slimline too. Here's on an A2 card base like that. Somebody is a baker. This would be a great card set for them. There it is on a slimline. This is a 3½ inch wide slimline. So that's a slimline base. Then you could stamp something in here on a slimline. Could it be one of this? It sure could. May your days be merry and bright. Deck the halls, or all is calm and bright. You could put one of this there because this has the height too to fill up with the card. Options. Love options, but this was super cute. Okay, you know what I'm going to say next. If you watch my videos, you know what I'm going to say next. All these bits. Do yourself the favor. Sizzix adhesive sheets. Please get some Sizzix adhesive sheets. Some of these are so small with wet glue, it's going to start doing the seeping thing and it's going to just look a little bit messy because wet glue can show itself. When you have these little bitty pieces, if you buy just one pack, just save them for really small in pieces like this that you'll just peel the backing off and stick it on. The gingerbread, I did not use wet glue. On the gingerbread, I used my Tim Holtz collage medium. So these gingerbread are not moving at all. None at all. They are stuck. Because I didn't want them floating around because I was using cardstock, which on the front looks like that coppery gold color. On the back, it's craft. I wanted them in place. So even when all the bits are down, see, I still have movement in it, laying flat. But get yourself a pack. And preferably Hobby Lobby when it's on sale. Sizzix goes on sale. I did go to Hobby Lobby too this week. Picked up some. And she's looking at it and I said to her, it's on sale. But they didn't have a price on the pack I picked up. And I said to her, is Sizzix? It's on sale. She had to go call somebody, but yeah. So if you go to your store and they're like, you know, don't want to give it to you, just tell them you have Sizzix on sale. It is 40% off. And when they look on the, they have a little, like a price gun thing. I also opened up the app to show her. Because I was like, I'm not buying it at $6.99. I'm buying it at $4.19 a piece. I picked up like 2 packs. Alrighty, crafters. So, loving the oven. From the loving oven to the super cute cards. More with my zigzag. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to put together this version of zigzag. So fun. Here it is. More vintage, more, you know, calm and bright and beautiful. Options, folks. Options. Love it. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video. Or until the next Saturday morning makes. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.